Setting up my camera here. Hold on a sec. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. September the 26th. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. Let me set up my tablet over here. I've got some things I want to work on this morning. We're going to work in my book. We're going to cut out the strips for my Wonky Wednesday project. We're going to work on my prompt cards. We're going to have a busy morning. Okay, hold a second here. Let me get to my channel over on my notepad so that I can welcome folks coming in. Let me get to my channel over on my notepad so that I can welcome. Had to turn the sound down. Dee Dee! Hi, Dee Dee. I missed you, Dee Dee. They said you were with your hubby at the doctor. So, one morning that I thought to look in on you, there you were. There you weren't. Oh, dear. I'm straightening up my desk up here at the top. Okay, it's good to see you, Dee Dee. Hi, Arlene. Good morning, ladies. Let me set my chat filter here so that I'll see all messages. He's fine, Dee Dee says. Well, that's good. That's always good news. Let me set the quality up from 480 to 1080 on my tablet. Good morning, good morning. I'm almost afraid to touch my camera. It has been quite fussy lately. I need to take it and get a new battery. I think I found a company that will do it for me here locally. Hopefully. All right. You had to drive him. Well, that's good though. You know, the only time I have to drive my brother is when he can't. But most of the time, or his VA appointments and everything, he drives. He's got some more appointments coming up here in October, I believe. So, yeah. Hi, Kimberly. It's good to see you. How are you? I know you're no longer a mummy, but how's your face, Kimberly? I've been thinking of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I thought what I would do here, we got prompts to go through. I found these little owls reaching for stuff out in the other room. Little 99-cent fairy tale, and they're little owls. Might do something with those. I thought that I would scrunch through and see what else. I still have this big bag of stuff that I showed Dee Dee Willingham. What did you do? What did you do? Thank you, Dee Dee. Oh, you're too sweet to me. You're too sweet to me. Thank you so much. I surely do appreciate it. I haven't received my YouTube payment yet. Today's the 26th. I hope I get it by Saturday. If I don't, I'll spend my own money and limit my... I want to go to the Nebraska junk jaunt. I was in my room this morning because, Meri, you don't need to go to a junk jaunt. You just work here in your room. I'm going, yeah, but it's more fun. Thank you, Dee Dee. I surely do appreciate it. Kimberly says, thank you. I'm healing. I got my stitches out, and I'm going to start the scar treatment next week. She's doing just fine. Good for you, Kimberly. Yay! Dee Dee says, Kimberly, praying you heal up quickly. Hi, Dar. Good morning, Dar. It's good to see you. all you early birds. And there is Miss Becky. Becky, were you on early this morning? You guys, I checked out. I had to go to the library. Why did I have to go over to? Oh, you know what? When I got my car licensed, and but something happened between. They don't process when you hand them your debit card. I had a debit card, and they ran it, I guess. But somehow it didn't process right away, and between the time that they processed it and 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 well, I had somebody making fraud charges against my bank account, a couple of them, and the bank disabled my card and sent me a new one. Well, in there, communications got messed up, and I got my license and everything. I got the new stickers for the plate and the registration. They gave that to me all okay, but last week I received a letter saying something happened to your card, or your card didn't go through, and you have to pay in cash, and I had to pay a $25 extra processing fee. So my car licensing cost me twice as much this year just because my debit card got canceled by the bank. I was really kind of frustrated, but at least now I have a new debit card. But that person who made those fraud charges cost me some money. It really irritated me. But that's why I had to go over to the county seat to take care of my car licensing. And I went to the library and I checked out. My brother likes all these mystery books. I checked out one by 4 different authors, or 3 different. Well, I had 4, but he'd already read one book. I had the librarian check to see, because if I bring home a book that he's already read, he knows it right away. And he likes all these mystery thrillers, and he's read all the James Patterson books. I mean, there must be a whole bookcase full of James Patterson books, and he's read every one of them. So now I'm on to Lee Childs, John Sanford, and another guy that I brought home. 3 different ones for him to read. 3 different authors. And he said, they're none of them as good as James Patterson. And I'm going, well, you'll have to write to the guy and tell him to write you a new book. Or 2, or maybe 3 to keep you busy. He reads them. He's got them all read in a week or so. But I checked out a book by Francine Rivers. I kind of like more what do you want to say? Cleaner novels. I don't like all the gore and sex and crud and all of that when I read. I checked out a book last time and I read the first page and closed the book and never opened it again. But Francine Rivers, if you guys know her, she's really an excellent author. And so I checked out a book for her, and now I can't put it down. I went to the library on Tuesday, and I almost have that book. It's a thick book. I almost have it all read. I was reading out of it this morning. Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see. Darb, this is where Becky came in. Kimberly says, thank you, Dee Dee. I saw my oncologist yesterday, starting my 9th year from breast cancer, kicking butt. Good for you, Kimberly. You just kick hard. Good for you. That's really good news, Kimberly. Let's see. Dara's saying hello. Kimberly saying hello. Dee Dee says, thank God, Kimberly, for your overcoming. Amen to that. Here's Brenda. Hi, Brenda Smith. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I love it when you guys welcome each other in. There's Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah, isn't it great to see everybody, Jacqueline? Yeah. Do 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 do. Dar says, Dee Dee, since you didn't stream yesterday, I thought it was Thursday all day. Dee Dee, people miss you when you don't stream. Yes, they do. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. This was a placemat. You know, it's kind of funny because I made this journal. I ripped out, I had 3 signatures in here, and last week I ripped out one of I ripped out one of the signatures, and it's still fat. It's still fat. I might have to rip out another signature before I'm done, but it's kind of interesting because I made this cover, and now I'm putting all fall theme, blacks and golds and autumn colors in here, and it really doesn't match the cover. I was thinking that I would spritz it black. Isn't that terrible thought? I thought I would splatter black. I've got some black alcohol ink from putting those, cutting apart those dry markers and dropping them in alcohol. I don't know if I have the courage to do it, but see, most of my pages are fall pages. You know, they're mostly dark and gold, and they don't match the cover at all. But I've just been reaching in my bag to pull things out, and lo and behold, it's autumn. Speaking of reaching in my bag, let's see what I have in here. Oh, what did I throw back in here the other day? Oh, look, this will go. This is some washi tape, some tape measure washi tape, some goldy brown paper. Oh, these are my fracture drawings. I need to get out that book Dee Dee sent to me. That's a check receipt. That's a zine. Here's a sunflower. That'll go. I mean, I just reached in my hand and pulled out, reached in the pie and pulled out a plum. Let's see. This is a cluster. I don't think that's not singing to me. Those are some patterns. Is that stitched on there? No. This Cantha fabric, somebody sent this to me. I don't know if I want to put that in my journal, though. I mean, not in this journal. I'm looking for autumn-like things. And right before I came in here this morning, let's see, I'll grab a couple book pages. Well, how about some indexes? These are mechanical pages. We'll tear out of those. I'm going to rust this morning. I'm hoping those tin plates that I showed yesterday, I'm hoping that they are tin and not aluminum. I don't have a magnet here to test that stuff with. Oh, let's see what else I have here. I need a focal image or two. Or I guess I could do background pages and come back in. See, oh, just look at the junk I have. Man, a living. This is some of my first knitting. First knitting experiences. Or was this crochet? I think this was knitting. Yeah. Recipes. I mean, she stuck in her thumb and pulled out a plum. This I got from somebody. These are dark roses. I'll use that. I'm looking for maybe focal images. I might have to reach over. I think I'll stop digging through this. And I've only gone through a little of it. But I pulled out enough to do a page or two. I'm not going to work all morning in this. I want to... Let me stuff this back in the sack. Believe me, I could make 100 journals. and not even get to the bottom of this box. I'm never going to get to the bottom of the box. But I'm going to stop on this for a minute and switch gears. I'm just going to take all this and throw it in here because this is the nest from yesterday. What I want to do, let me reach for it. My brother wondered what I was doing this morning. Can you guys see? There's some salt in the bottom of this. I dumped some salt in here. This is vinegar, and it is about, well, I think this is milliliter, 200 milliliter. I think that says M there. Is that a cup? I think this is the cup mark here. But I'm going to make a rust recipe. And I don't know if these are tin or... Are they tin or aluminum? She said they were tin, but you never know. I mean, she could have just been... I got these from Erin. So the recipe that I looked up said a pinch of salt or some salt. Oops, I dropped the paper in there. Tiles, 25 cents. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of these tiles. I'm separating them so that I can put them in one at a time. I guess I'll find out, and if they don't rust, I'll find some other stuff to put in offline. But the recipe I looked up here, I looked up a recipe, and it says, in our experiment, mixing hydrogen peroxide with distilled vinegar creates a small amount of something called peracetic acid. Acid is corrosive and causes things like metal to break down. Hydrogen peroxide is made of hydrogen and oxygen, but it's the oxygen that's key to the rust on the metal. And then there was another recipe up here that, this is Google and their AI stuff. It says pour equal parts of distilled vinegar and hydrogen peroxide into a spray bottle container. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it in here. Add 1/4 cup of salt to the container and shake and stir until the salt is dissolved. Well, I don't have a 1 cup. I got a couple of, I see a brown speck in there, but it isn't going to matter. I don't know if I can get it out. Why that matters to me, I don't know. It's not a 1/4 cup, but I think it helps corrosive. Spray the mixture onto your piece of steel. Sprinkle a liberal dose of salt across the steel. I'm just going to drop it in there. I should go out and get more salt, I think, in the kitchen. Will you guys keep Penelope company while I run out in the kitchen and get salt? Talk among yourselves. I'll be right back. I need salt. I'm back. Thank you for your patience with me. What's on the floor? Oh, a piece of blue fabric. All right. We buy the Morton salt. It's getting empty here. Trusted quality 1848. Shall I save the, because it's about empty here. I'll probably use it all. My brother will say, I just bought that salt. What happened to it? I filled the salt shaker. What do you think? Now, I've seen people say, cut these off and save it and tape it to another, reuse the top for a pour filter, but I'm not going to do that. I want this label. I want my Morton salt lady. We'll put her in my journal. Oh. Come on. I don't care about the... Come on, don't ruin my lady. Why you put the glue in the bad places. There we go. I'll put her in my journal. Just for fun of it. And we have a salt. So I have a cup of vinegar here, or to this mark, which I think is a cup. And I'm going to do the same with hydrogen peroxide. And we're going to pour it in here, and then we're going to sprinkle more salt. So, I think I'll stir this, and let me get the end of a paintbrush here first. It doesn't take, well, it's still, it has to dissolve, they said. That doesn't make much, does it? But it'll be enough to put those tiles in, I think. And a cup of hydrogen peroxide. I'll have to buy more salt and hydrogen peroxide. I don't think either one are too expensive. Might be a tad bit more. We'll see. What did I do with the lid? Put that back in the medicine cabinet from whence it came. I think the salt is there to add corrosive. Yeah, I got some yuck in there. Not too much yuck though. All right, here we go. We're going to see what happens with these. I don't know if they'll... I don't know if these are aluminum or tin. We're going to find out. And I have some safety pins out in the other room. Let me go get my safety pins. I'm not too prepared this morning, am I? I feel like I should have brought that jug of vinegar in. But we'll just go with what I have for now. Jacqueline does resting. She should know what's going on here. I got some safety pins. I bought safety pins from Jacqueline, but since these are on hand, I'll throw some in there. And if the tiles don't rust, maybe the safety pins will. That's really, I don't need a whole lot of them. It does look like it's getting a little rusty now. I don't know if it's from the... Let me put these in the baggie. And I would put a piece of cloth in there, but I think it'll absorb the liquid. I don't have much liquid. I'm tempted to run out in the kitchen and get my vinegar. Since I'm running around here, could you guys bear with me a minute while I run and get the vinegar jug? I'm going to put some more liquid in there. I'll have to buy, and then I can put some cloth in there. I'll have to buy more hydrogen peroxide. Let's hope nobody gets hurt. Okay, I filled it to... Whoops, don't drop it on your phone, Meri. I can't read the markings. This says 300. I guess that's milliliters. Let me bring it up to level. And what did I do with the lid? There's still some in there in case we need it. I'll buy some more. It's not that expensive. All right, now the same amount for vinegar. Whoops. Nope, I'm right at the mark. There. Now, I'll have to take this back out in the kitchen. We'll need more vinegar, too. You know, vinegar is a good cleanser for stainless steel. We've got stainless steel sinks. He's got a stainless steel covering on his dishwasher. That's mostly what I use vinegar, that white vinegar for. Okay, let's sprinkle some salt in there. They said a good amount of salt. I'm just going to put the whole, because there's not much left in there. Have to buy some more salt, too. Now, I don't have a lid for this, so I'm going to have to be careful. I think these might be aluminum. We'll see. I don't think aluminum rusts, but we'll find out. Now I'm going to take a bit of fabric and throw in there. Maybe I'll tear off a bit and put... I want a bit for my page. Hold on, let me... These poor Tim Holtz scissors. They're not good with fabric. All right, I'm just going to throw it in there and maybe squish it around the... Maybe I'll put some safety pins on top of it. Did I put them back in the bag? I don't have a whole lot of metal things around. I did a rusting experiment, a couple years ago. I still have the pieces from it. All right. So I'm going to get this all off my desk. And we're going to move on. My safety pins need to go back out to my sewing supplies. Let me move this stuff in a safe place. My brother gets curious when I go experimenting. He wonders, what is she doing now? And this is just the jar that I had walnut ink in. It's a little stained itself, but I didn't think it'd hurt to rust. If it rusts. Okie dokie. It's not wet. I guess I'll just throw this box away. Well, it's got a little salt in it. I'll dump it in the... Before I throw it away, I'll dump it in that water. Hold on. Da-da-da-da. And I don't think my desk is wet. No, I can put my journal on there. Let me come out and look at chat. Give me a minute to get situated back here. We'll see if that rust recipe works. I used hydrogen peroxide before, but I forgot the recipe, so we're just going off of what those instructions said. Okie dokie. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter. Top messages. Chat filter. All messages. Jacqueline said she's working, so she's lurking. Oh my. Joyce said, hi Joyce, Maureen. Joyce said, I'm supposed to get my roof fixed in the next few days. That this hurricane might cause it to be postponed. Oh, I hope not, Joyce. I'm keeping all of you that are in the path of the hurricane to be safe. Hope it misses you. Jacqueline said, okay, it's going to get hot. No lid or it will explode. Okay, Jacqueline. Is it okay to have a plastic container? I've got it in I don't have a lid for that container. Joyce says everyone hide under the covers. Dee Dee says, I thought that too. No lid on that concoction, Meri. I don't have a lid on it. I don't have a lid on it. It's in that square, that concoction's in that square container. It was an ice cream container. There's no lid on it. Oh, she said she never used plastic. Ooh. You know what? You use glass when you rust. You know what? I'm going to go take it out and put it in the kitchen sink. So if it melts the plastic, it'll melt into the rust will go down the sink. Hold on, you guys got me scared now. It's not doing anything. It doesn't feel hot. Maybe I got diluted vinegar or something. No. Hydrogen peroxide shouldn't be. I may have as much success resting as I did with bleaching. Nothing's happening. The water's cold. But I put it in the kitchen sink just to be safe. Oh, it takes a bit? Okay. I'll try to. I should have put my old scissors in there. No, those are my studio scissors. Although I have a pair that's glued together. What did I do with those? What did I do with those scissors that I glued together? I might have thrown them away. I don't see them in here. They probably fell down below. I'm not putting my good scissors in there. Well, it's in the kitchen sink now, so if it gets too hot, it will. But the water was cold. All right, it takes a while, Arlene says. Be patient, Meri. Meri's brother. Meri's making moonshine now. He knows better than to taste it. He knows better than to taste anything. What was it I was making? And I said, I think it was my walnut ink. I said, don't you dare try to drink this. He said, I won't. He won't dump it. He won't dump it. He knows better. He knows. I've done enough experimenting around here that he knows better than to touch it. Oh, does it take days? Please don't dump that down the sink. Okay, I won't. I promise. I don't dump, even when, like when we fry stuff, my brother likes to fry a lot of stuff. And like when he fries this, he'll fry the salmon. And I don't like the skin on the salmon, so when I get we have salmon fillet, and I always pick the meat off of the skin and leave it in the skillet, and it kind of, well, I scrape it, when I clean the dishes, I scrape all the skin off into a garbage. We got a little container that we use for a garbage pail, but still the skillet is greasy. So I put it to soak. I soak it overnight, but I won't. It'll melt the sink. Oh dear. I don't think it's going to be that reactive right away. I could take it outside, but I think it'll be okay. And old coffee cans are for the grease. Well, what I do is I let that, and we do the grease that we pour the grease off. We pour it into a tin can, a vegetable. We don't have huge tin cans, but we pour it into a tin can and then we'll dump that. But the skillet is still greasy. And I put that to soak overnight. But in the morning, I still will not throw that water down the sink or down the stool. I take it outside and toss that. I'll scrape, take my spatula and, kind of scrape around the soapy water to make sure that the gunk is off the bottom. Then I'll take it outside and throw the water outside. I won't throw anything down the sink. It cost him, I think, was it 180? It cost him a pretty penny to, when we had our sewer done, he asked him to do the sink, the kitchen sink. And the guy did it, but it cost him some money. And I won't put anything down that sink. I have the drain catchers in there, but for things like grease and that, I won't let it go down the sink. Arlene says she doesn't have grease often. She uses a green bean can. Yeah. What is that? A UFO? A satellite? A drone? No, it's a Meri experiment. Well, if it's not any more successful than my bleaching experiment, I had to do the bleaching where I tried to bleach a book cover. I did it once with one of Johnny's books, that one of her her books that she sewed specifically to alter, and it worked really good. But I must have heat gunned it, and the next time I tried it, the bleach didn't take. And I tried putting cloth in the bleach and nothing worked. And I figured out for the book cover, I had to use the heat with the bleach on the book. And that's what I think it was either Katia or Rhonda who was telling me, you need heat, you need heat. So I left the cloth in that little jar of bleach, and the bleach disintegrated it. Oh dear. It was just a little piece. Angie says she's cracking up. Hi, Angie. All right. So I pulled out some stuff to journal with here. Let's do a couple pages in the journal. And my pages are still fat. I'm gonna have to not put a lot of bulky stuff now, because I tore out a signature and it's still kind of alligatoring out. I suppose, is it upside down? I suppose I could take a few pages out if I could figure out what I was doing. That one's done. This one's done. Those aren't. I'm going to put postage stamps here. I don't think... Where does that page go off to? Did I do that? But see, that's so thin, it's not going to make a difference. I might have covered it up already. I think I did because I can't find it. Has to be in this signature. All of these are done. Here it is. I've already used that. No, that's a book page. Well, looks like I glued it down, stapled it down. No, that's a book page. But it doesn't matter. I don't see any good page that I can tear out. I could cut a few of these pages out just to lessen the thickness of the book. And just do a few more pages and call it done. The point is to finish the book. Now these are upside down, so these might be the kind of pages I want to tear and or cut. Let's see, do I want that one? I want the envelope. Let's take out a few pages because I don't want it to be so fat. And these pages are upside down. I've worked on some of them, so we'll leave those. This is a rosemary page. This is the center. What do I have there? Let's take the white one out. This is a way to finish your journal. Just tear the pages out. Wax paper isn't going to matter. See, that helped a little. And those pages were in upside down anyway. I love this fall page. I was thinking I should put an orange wash or paint her sweater orange. And I think I'm going to leave that the way it is. That was fun to do. Let's see. I'm going to take some of these out. I can always use them someplace else. Do I want to leave this? They're praying. They're praying for Thanksgiving. And this is glued down here. I'm going to leave that. That's just a... Here, I didn't like this page anyway. She makes a journal, then she tears out all the pages. That I'm leaving in for the November elections. These are all done. Whoops. I'm going to have to put that page back in. I tore the other side of it. Whoops. Oops! This really goes here. I think I can put that back in. These are all okay. Okay. I guess the next journal I make, I'm afraid to tear. This is the center. That's why I couldn't find it. Do I want to leave it in there? What does that one go to? Probably one I've used. No, it goes to this one. We'll leave it. Some of these I don't know. I think I've torn out enough. Because I've used. Look, I tore out all these pages. Now I have more stuff. I need to put this one back in. It doesn't matter where I put it. It was in here someplace. Could put it right in here. This is the one with the little gnome. I think I like him there. We need to do something on this. Alrighty. Let's see, let's take these things. These are things I pulled out to use, but I don't know if I'll use them all because I tore out. Could use this napkin. And I like this tissue paper. Alright, hold on. Pattern paper I could use. Get out. I'm kind of clearing this stuff off, so I guess I'll have to make another journal, huh? I like those birds. I'm trying to keep it fairly thin, you know, not let it bulk out too much. All right, I'll put those up there. I think what I'll do is take this tissue paper and just use my glue stick and put it down here. Just to give it a little something, something. Let's put it this way. Tear my line off. And I'm just going to glue stick this down. I'm about at the end of this Pen Plus gear, as you can see. have enough in there to do the job. So what are you all working on? The weekend's around the corner. I'm looking forward to the Nebraska junk jaunt. And you know, I probably won't go that far. The last time I went, I didn't go the whole way. I got tired before I came home. I mean, before I got to the, even before I got to the middle, I was tired. And I certainly don't need more junk. I think I'll be a little more picky, though, of what I pick up. Ooh, I'm going to have to turn that fan toward me. I have it turned away. When I first turn it on, it's cold in here. But after I move around in here, it gets really hot. Let's see if I can tear this. There we go. Now, I was going to put this page on it, I guess. But the page is a double-sided page. So, you know what I have? I have that tape. Where did it go off to? We have this. I'm pulling on it. Double-sided tape. I could put it on one side here. Which side do I want to put it on? This side, I think. Match that up there. Put that tape right down here. This is all glued down. So, let me cut this. Find my little scissors. I put them away. And here they are. I wish I could find my awl. This is double-sided tape that I made ages ago. Probably when I first started following Rosemary. One of the first things I did was her double-sided washi tape off of. Let's see if I can get it off the release paper. Get my little guy out of the way. We'll see how this works. Oh, I've got to clip it there. Hold on. That has to be clipped. There we go. That worked. My paint bottle here. Yes, we're going to work on prompt cards this morning, but I want to do some... That worked fine. Now let's go over here to that tiger that fell out of when I was ripping up pages. Where'd my tiger go? We'll do the same thing here. I don't want to cover that up. This is the prompts from Dee Dee's. I did this tiger with Dee Dee, and I had filmed it with an unlisted live, but it took forever for that. I got discouraged, and we'll just put a bit of it I don't have to use, well, let's see. Let's turn it this way. Because I just want to catch, I might have to redo the prompts. And I can, I got the stamp out here. We'll take one of these thinner papers and redo those prompts. I like that little memo stamp. I don't know where I got it, but I like it. I think I got it at one of the sales. What happened to my stamp pad? And I think I just refreshed this pad the last time I used it. So it still should be juicy. I'll never forget Nancy wannabe artist. I called her Nancy, or the artist. I forget what I called her, but I didn't see her as a wannabe artist. Anyway, she took her granddaughter, I believe, to school. And she came back and she heard knocking on the... She couldn't figure out what was knocking. It was Meri. She left me streaming. She come back and I was knocking. I giggled. And Lindsay says it's not how hard you press. I tend to want to press hard. It's how long you leave it on the paper to absorb the ink. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll live with that. And do I want to tear it? I think I'll leave it white this time. Let's get my ruler. I'll put my little knife away from the other day. Come on, little edge. You can come off too. All right, I'm going to throw some of this stuff away because it's starting to pile up on me. And we're just going to hurry up and write these prompts down. We'll just use a pen. And it was 9/11/2024. And this was the Dirty Dozen at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I just put it Aunt Beck. And there's 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the prompts were red, green, texture. I had fun doing that along with Becky. Handmade stamps. Wild card. Purple. Scribble. Orange. Splatter. flowers, water-soluble crayon, something water-soluble. I just put water-soluble. Water-soluble media. Can't read it across that. Cutouts. And then I'll put this down, and then I'll put this over it. So we're just going to leave that like that. I'm going to cut this right here. I should make some more of this and just have it on hand. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll have a day of just making stuff to have on hand. Like, maybe we should make a list. Let's make a list. Let me finish this. Let's make a list of things to have on hand for art journaling that you can make for Meri. I'll put it on here first. Well, I think I'll go ahead and tape it down to hold it. There we go. Now my tigers, oh, you know what? My tigers, I'm going to have to move that. Hopefully I can get this up. Well, I don't know if it's going to work or not. It won't be as, it's still sticky, but it won't be as sticky. My tiger's not, oh, he's tearing now. I'm going to have to put his body back together here. I had him too high. That's much better. It still works. It's good enough. I need to glue this down again. My poor little glue stick. There we go. Put it in the yoo-hoo. It fit. No, I put it in the wrong side. I'm so coordinated. Get in there. All right, the lurker. And I used some of my washi. Now let's put the list back over it. And I think I'll just, what should I do with that? Let's get my paint pens out. I can't have that peeking out. Where's my black? Did I leave my blacks out? I did. I like these paint pens. Next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to pick up another package. Let's do one down here to coordinate it. And do a And my note will look like it's stuck into the, we need this just a teeny bit wider, or I could leave it like that. I think I'll bring it out just a little more. Put that away. Throw this away. Alrighty. My poor glue stick. I have wax paper. That's good enough for now. I'll put another black line there, but I don't want to dig out my... I'll have to dig out the rest of that glue. So I think I'm pretty happy with what I've done here. The book's still a little fat, but... So I put that page in there. Let's see what I have here. The napkin. The sunflower napkin. We have just a we can almost cut it in half. Use half here and half over here. No, I think I'll let this. And I think I'm going to have to dig. What do I want to dig with? Don't look, Angie. That knife blade is getting dull anyway because I used it on that box that I opened yesterday. I'll snap that blade off. And out of the way. Somebody find me a autumn sunflower quote. Something that I can put right on this napkin after I get it done. Now, we'll hold the phone. You would know if I pulled one towel, 10 would come. Get the gluey off of my fingers so that I can handle that napkin. So if I write on this, I won't add much bulk to the page. And let's do the other page with this. I'll keep that because I'll need it. Let's put that under there. That's just a black mark. Let's cut and or tear. Oh, let's glue that down. Might as well use this glue up. I don't know how far down it goes. I think I'll tear this one off. Whoops, I guess I will. I have the pattern paper on there too. Yeah, I made a mess out of that. Come on. Where's my knifey knife? Just need a little. That's okay. We'll use up what's left in that glue stick and throw the container away. Alrighty. Let's refresh my chat. Dee Dee, thank you so much for the super chat. And sunflowers keep the autumn bright. Author unknown. Angie says, I always get to my marbles work. Call it Refill Friday. Oh, I like that, Jacqueline. We're going to make a list. Let me write this quote down. Oh, I threw that. Let me grab it. Hold on. Let me clean off my knife blade here. I'll pop that blade. Clean the gunk off of it here. Let me get some more cleaner. I should bring in some of those alcohol pads. When my brother went to the doctor, I bought a whole box of alcohol pads to keep his area clean, put it that way, and I have a whole bunch of them left. I use them to clean my eyeglasses. He's all better now. I need to check up on him. He's got a doctor appointment coming up in October, though. Every now and then I have to ask him how he's doing. He doesn't tell me. Something right in there. Don't look, Angie. It's got something on there. Trying to get it off. It's the dull side of the knife. All right, I think it's good enough. Alrighty, well, let me get that black can out. No, that'll be the last thing we do in this journal this morning. We've done enough damage for one day. We'll make a list for Refill Friday. I like that, Jacqueline. I threw that black pen back in here. Angie says, I think she needs to go check the sink. Sunflowers keep the autumn bright. That's what we're going to write on here. Move this off my desk so that I can have room to write. I wish I had Dee Dee's calligraphy skills. Sunflowers. Oh, am I going to get it all on there? Keep the autumn bright. And it was an unknown. Now, just for kicks, you guys, some black splatter on the cover. I don't know. I dropped my washi tape. I don't like how the cover is. The cover's kind of a shabby chic, but all my pages are autumn. So I might distress this cover, but we'll, or maybe even walnut spray. We'll wait for a while. We won't do it this morning. Let's see what works here. This is gonna, it's not gonna show up. And I don't think my white is gonna be much better. Hold the phone. Meri's going for her fine liner. That's the only thing that suits me with white. It's the only thing that suits my taste. Let's try a little dab over here before I... Penelope, I'm going to move you or you're going to fall over the cliff. No, no, no. Do not push me over the cliff. Oh, that poor E. Get that out of my way. She doesn't know what she's doing. What happened to the lid? Hold the phone, I gotta put the cap back on. I like to kind of jiggle this up and down the nozzle when I put it back on. It makes sure that the nozzle's clear. I'm going to put this aside and let it dry. And let's make a list. Let's make a list. Let me put these things away. Here, hold on. These are things I dug out. Do I still have my dig out from the other day? I thought I did. I don't know what I did with it. Got things falling. Help, help. I have so much I want to do, you guys. Let's just stack these up. I don't want to put them back in the sack, or I'll have to. I want to keep them separate. I can't put too much more in that journal. No, I don't want that. I don't want those to get mixed up in there. These go back. We'll work on those later. I don't know what I did with my list. Oh, here it is. Is that it? No, we'll just put them over here for now until I find my sack that I was using from the other day. It's here somewhere. Okay, we're going to make a list. We're going to make a list. Let me grab a piece of paper. If I can find one. I might have used all my paper. Let me reach. Up here, I've been printing tatting patterns. I've been printing off the classwork from yesterday's tatting class. All right, this is Refill Friday. So what it is a list of things like make washi tape, make fabric washi tape to refill my stash. I've got 2 scissors in here. And I left my pen out the other day, and I think I dried up the tip of it. Let's see if this one, no, that one's a skinny one. I want a fat one. Let's see if that one works. I've been throwing my dry pins to the side here. We're gonna call it Refill Friday. Oh, this should work. It looks decent. Refill Friday. Things to make. I know what it means for the art studio. The Meri Atelier. Studio. And an example would be fabric washi tape. So give me some more examples of things that I can make to have on hand when I'm working in here. Fabric washi tape. Oh, another thing I'm thinking of is I want to do more of those clothespin ephemeras that I made. I don't have an example out, but those were fun to make. Clothespins ephemera. Yeah. So let's see what you guys are saying. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter, all messages. Hi, Jersey. Kimberly says clusters. Arlene said little clusters. Clusters, any size. That's okay, got them both, any size. Lord Jersey's Crafty Bubble, I hope you had a smooth work day, Arlene says. Who'd you leave the link to? Oh, Laura's channel. Arlene dropped the link to Laura's channel. Thank you, Arlene. Oh, thank you, Jersey. She says, time to get to work. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day at work, Jersey. The weekend's around the corner. Arlene dropped the link to Dee Dee's channel. Ooh, Jacqueline says a snippet row. I love that. Spin it row. Snippet row. Because that could be either fabric or paper. Or both. Book page envelopes. I like that one too. Book page envelopes. And each Friday we'll pick one. I don't want to, get tied up into doing paint papers or use what you order. You're getting another order, Jersey. I'm just biding my time. I'm going to the junk hunt this weekend. Paint papers. 7. If you guys, Jersey or Jacqueline, if you want to put in your web shop and put a Meri 10, if you use Meri 10, you get a 10% discount. I'll pin it to the top. Hi, I already said hi to Dee Dee. Arlene dropped Dee Dee's link. Thank you, Arlene. Let's see, paint papers, cover toppers. Oh, speaking of cover toppers, Becky messaged me after these little round things in here. I didn't know what they were. I thought they were scrapbook extenders. Let me stop here a minute. You guys can keep giving me ideas for things to make for the craft room in here. If I can find them in here quick. Here. She said these little things that I thought were scrapbook extenders are to cover the crochet hooks so that they don't catch on to things. Is that one up here? No, that's the crochet hook I'm going to take out in the other room. I've got one more in here. No, where did he go? There's another one floating around in here. I don't know where he went. But when I find him, Is that him? No, that's some more crochet hooks. I'll find the others. This was such a fun haul. And I didn't notice, but I noticed today that there's printing over here. I can't read it, but there's text, and I wondered if Erin did that, or if it came that way. There's text stamped right on the corner here. I can't read it, it's not legible, but okay. We're back to the list. Cover toppers. Cover toppers. 8, 9, 10. Masterboards. That's a good one. Masterboards. That would take me a good Friday morning. She says to cut up. Arlene dropped the link to Dee Dee's channel and Jacqueline's channel. Here, let me pin Jacqueline's message. If you buy, I think Jacqueline made some Christmas. Do you have your Christmas papers? Was it Christmas papers or a journal? I know she was working on Christmas. But if you buy from her and use the code Meri10, you get 10% off. Card fronts. That's something I need to work on. Becky does a lot. Beautiful card fronts. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Becky is an expert. It's Meri10. Here, let me do that again. Hold on. Where was it? There. I replaced it, Jacqueline. Bye, Arlene. Have a great day. Thanks for all you do. We love our Arlene, don't we? Zines? Or even make a list of zine ideas. Let's see. I've learned not to go to that page yet. I'll go to this page. I've learned my lesson. And we don't have to, you know, make a big, huge list here because we can add to it as we go. Blank zines. We'll put zines in. I like the idea of blank zines. I like that. Good suggestions, Jacqueline. 12. Did I miss any? Arlena dropped the link to Becky's channel, to Jacqueline's channel, to Dee Dee's channel, and Jersey's channel. Jacqueline says, sometimes I have good ideas. Yes, you do, Jacqueline. Jersey, where Jersey came in. Angie says, thinking of Mary's kitchen makes me want pancakes. I think the kitchen's okay. All right, I think this is a good list. Oh, tassels. Tassels. What did I do here? I wrote 12 twice. Tassels. Journal charms. Good one, Becky. Journal charms. Mary, check the sink. I have to go. I need to put heating pad and take meds. Bye, all. Bye, Angie. I think the sink's okay. Rusted pins, paper clips, and brads. Pins, paper clips, and brads. I don't know how much rusting of pins I do. I think I'll rust some fabrics. I guess I'll need the pins to rust them, but I'd rather buy them. Sewn paper edges. Ooh, good one. Sewn paper edges. We're going to 20 if we get that far, and then we're quitting because I want to move on. This is enough to get me started. Sewn paper edges. Decorate envelopes. You guys are coming up with some good ideas. And I will put this list out on the community tab for you guys too if you want it, because I feel like if I share this list, it'll give other people ideas of things that they can do. Things like this and the prompts and that. Other type of lists like, you know, what did you do for Thanksgiving? I might not, but paper and fabric. Let's see. You can use fabric or paper to make. Okay, we're gonna put or fabric on the edge. Sewn paper, fabric. I got off to the edge of my or fabric. Decorate envelopes. Paper and fabric, paper or fabric ruffles. Frankenpaper. Give me 2 more, and then we'll move on. I like the idea of Frankenpaper because I certainly have a lot of paper scraps. Maybe we'll do that next Friday. I have to use up all this paper scrap that I have, and I'm tearing down the journals that I make and making more scraps. Embossed index cards. I like that. Embossed index cards. Stamp out stamps. I like that one too. So we're going to stop here. Thank you, Becky and Jacqueline and everyone else who chipped in. Stamp out stamps. Loving that. Perfect. So we'll keep this list close at hand. Up here on my cart where I lose everything. And there's one thing I want to do, but what time is it? It's 7:42. Before I go to my prompt pages, there's one thing I want to do yet. And let me talk to among yourselves or to Penelope. I have to run out to the living room. And just to soothe Angie, I'll go check the rusting. I'm going to bring it in to show you, and then I'm going to take it back out in the kitchen. I want to show you the rusting, what's happening here. I don't know if it's the safety pins or the tins that are rusting, but we're getting some rusting. Hold on. Penelope, I don't want to rust you. She says, no. I'm going to put my hand in it. Look at the cloth. Let's see the tins. I think that's rust from the pins. I don't think these are going to rust too much. I think these are aluminum, which is okay. I'll still use them. But I think it's all the safety pins that are rusting. I'm going to leave this in here and take it back out in the kitchen. It's warm, but it's not boiling hot. And it's not eating the plastic, so we're fine there. Let me take this out to the kitchen. I'll be right back. Well, I can't find what I wanted, but we'll proceed with, I want to do some 2-inch squares for the Wonky Wednesday project. I'm just about finished with my Monday page where we used monotone. I found some gold trim I'm putting on it. So I'm going to cut my triangles for, I guess I'm going to tear. I had a rotary cutter that I purchased, but I can't find it. I didn't bring it in here. I know it's out in the other room. Let me take a paper towel here and make sure that my desk is okay. This I'll probably use for backing, this white. She used 2 colors, and that's one I want to pick out. And I think she did I'm talking about Catherine at Cloth Tales for Wonky Wednesday. She did a star. I don't know if I'll do a star. I was originally thinking of this for the dark and this for the light. But then I got or this for the light. But I got Aaron's fabrics yesterday. So we've got more darks in here. It looks like there's a light in there. Let's look through. I pulled out a couple pieces here, a couple bags that are not Christmas. Throw that. This is pretty, isn't it? Butterflies. But now I think I'll need more than 8. I'll need at least 16 because my pages are a bit larger than hers. They're a bit longer. They're more of a rectangular shape. Well, I can't get it open. Oh, there are some light colors in here. Look, oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving that. And I'm loving this too. Oh, look at the birds. But see, if you make your squares, and you make them 2 inches, but then you cut triangles, so I get a bird head here and a bird butt there. I like this is dotted. This is plain. Note it's got some white on what they're doing on here. Is that just the fringe? That's interesting. Is that a denim? What kind of fabric that is? And then this is a plain brown and a pretty black. This is gold. I wonder how many squares, 2-inch squares, I can get out of here. Let's open it up. I'm surely could get enough to do a... See, I've already abandoned these. Surely I could get enough, because I'll cut them in triangles. So I think that's 6 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 by 10. I'm going to snip. I think I'm going to go with this and this for my triangles. I think that'll be pretty. So let's just put all these others back. These are from Erin. These were certainly worth $3.50 a package. And look at all that I got here. This was one package, and I got all of this and all of this, and that's certainly worth $3.50. Yeah, I bought several packages from her. I bought several packages of Christmas. I couldn't resist the Christmas. This is let me fold this up. I'm not going to put it in this well, I could, but this was my own fabric here. Let me just fold it. We'll save this for another time. I want to look in this Downtown Abbey and see what kind of fabric she put in there. She called it the package Downtown Abbey. And I think she called it because what's printed. Oh, look. Oh, look. There's a Downtown Abbey. Oh, wow. Oh, cool, Erin. I had no idea she put those in there. And then this is printed, and all it says is Downtown Abbey. And then there's, oh, this is cool. Look at this. I think that's at Christmas time. It's snowing in Downtown Abbey. It says Downtown Abbey. And here's some green. This is Blackbird fabric. Blackbird is a needlework designer. Obviously, she likes to design fabric too. Oh, this is beautiful. This reminds me so much of Pearl. Pearl at Pearl's Finds, loves florals. Loves florals. So this would be something Pearl would sell. Oh, look. There's looks like a pattern for an envelope that she put in here. It looks like, or somebody put it in here. It looks like they were making one out of triangles. Or quilt. Maybe paper piecing. There's 4 of them here. Ooh, this is nice. And looks like pieces already cut, maybe. I'm going to cut mine, though, out of black. Look at these. Oh, these are fun. These will be fun to put together. There's a larger piece. And here's a square. Looks like they were doing paper piecing here, maybe. Becky would know. I'm not that smart with quilting. That is going to be a fun thing to work with. I need to watch Downtown Abbey. I kind of have an idea what the story is about, but I never really watched it. And I think I saw season 1 either on Prime or Netflix. And I should watch it because just to educate myself. All right, I'm going to cut these, or tear cut, into 2-inch squares. And you make your squares an inch larger than your final piece, because a 1/4 inch on each side takes away an inch. Well, now, if I make them an inch larger, there's a fourth here. There takes away a half of an inch and a half of an inch. Oh, but then you sew another half. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So I need to measure 2 inches here. Now, let me get my scissors out again. And just let me, I'm going to tear the fabric because snip here, snip, and snip over here. And I think this is 2 inch, 2 inch, and 2 inch, enough. So I'm just going to tear. Angie asked, why do you tear the fabric, Meri? And I'm going, because K3N tears it. But it gives these fun raw edges that are fun to keep. I suppose a real quilter wouldn't appreciate so many raw edges. Now, I don't think I'm going to attempt to, let's put it this way. So today is Thursday. Lori Paint Girly comes on after me. I had her on Tuesday. No, Meri, it's only Tuesday. Today is Thursday. We have Lori Paint Girly at 9 or 10 Eastern. Stacy Catitude at 10 a.m. Eastern daily. Kathy Arbor, I have her on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern. Paint Girly on at 10 a.m. Eastern. And APG Jamie on the third Thursday of the month at 9 a.m. Eastern. Tuesday and Thursday, Dusty Unicorn at 10 a.m. Pacific. And that's all I have. But Beth Schuler I always remember because she comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Now, it doesn't matter if these are not exact because I'm going to be seaming them together. And I'm just going to, I wish I had my little cutter here. I really do, because I'm just kind of snipping at them. We're just going to snip them one at a time here. And you guys are going to watch me do 16 of these. And I think that should give me enough. Now, K3N suggested making a lot of them and keeping them around. I guess that could be a slow stitch, a studio project too. It's just make fabric triangle squares or make fabric hexagons. Keep them around. Quilt as you go, K3N calls it. Oh, I did pretty good there. I need to cut it here. I'm going to turn it the other way. And after I get these cut, we will move on to doing the prompt cards. Well, the last thing I'll do today will be the prompt cards, because I get quite messy when I do those. So I think there are 6 of them there. Now, if I had I bought me a fabric cutter, but it's out in the other room. I had it in my hands last night, and I said I need to bring it in here, but I didn't bring it in here, and I don't know where I set it out there. Maybe bring this a little closer to me. Let's get out these bigger. Maybe I can cut it in one bite. It's a little bit bigger to handle here, though. No, I'm not comfortable with those. Go back to my little scissors. And it doesn't matter because I'm going to take 1/4 inch seams on these. They just need to be about a 1/4 inch. I mean about 2 inches. And this one grew a little larger. I don't know what I did there. I might have a small block in here. It doesn't matter, I'll have enough. It might have just been a little shorter piece. Because I only got 5 out of there. How many did I get out of here? Come on. Meri, did I only get 5 out of these? Well, that doesn't look good. These don't look... Well, they're too short. Those two are too short. I goofed. 5, 6, 7. That would be 14 blocks there. Let me cut this one down. That's 8. That's 16 blocks, and I have another set here. So if I have some scraps, I'll use them. Nine. That one's awfully big. 10. Probably the way I'm cutting these. I know a quilter would go zip zip and have it done. 11. 12. 13. I'll have 26 blocks. I need to cut off a little here. If I counted, I have 13 of these. 13. Which would make me 26 blocks. 13 and 13 is 26. I'll be cutting these in half. So, we need 13 of these. And I don't know how wide that other piece was. I had three across the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to cut it on the fold. Tear it on the fold. And we'll fold this up and put it with the other fabrics. If I can get it folded as neat as it came. How did she fold it? This way? Hold on a second. And fold it this way. I guess in this way. Hold on, Meri's figuring out the folds here. And this way and that way. Now, I don't want this whole piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess I'll go to this fold. We'll try it and see what happens. And then I'll have a little left over here. Put that in the scrap. Now I really only need 13 of these. So, 1. Yeah, this one's a little bit stringier. Threadier. Two. 3. That one I cut a little crooked. 4, and that one I'm going to put with the scraps. So there's 4. So I only need 9 more. One. Yeah. 2. I think it'll be easier to cut on this side. 3. I'm only getting 4 out of these. I might need another one here. 4, there's 8. And that's a scrap. If I only get 4 out of these, that's only 12. I'm just kind of eyeballing my cuts here, and I'm seated down, so I might have a little off. Two. 3. That one got cracked a little. I don't think that one quite fits. I'm going to cut one more square. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 12. And just let me cut a 2-inch square out of here. All right, so this should be, and what she did is she took her right side and she took a pencil and a ruler. My things over here, hold on. And she drew from corner to corner. I'm not going to do that all of these here. I'm just going to do one. And she made a mark. Come on, Meri. She did it better than I did. I could probably eyeball it better than using this ruler. I could have done this first, but it's on the back side. I found that a little hard to do. Then you put the right sides together. This one's a little larger, but that's okay. I'll trim it down. Let's see, is this black 2 by 2? Boy, just barely. I might have to, I'm running out of black though. This one's larger. I'll probably have to fit them together. And then you pin. Penelope, give me a pin. And you pin it. Maybe I'll pin it out a little further. And I think I'll pin this side. Got a little one, Penelope? And do I have a threaded needle? Looks like I do. I got a thread. Did you eat the needle, Penelope? Well, I got a thread. We'll use this needle. It's a long quilting needle, quilt basting needle. It's really longer than what. And I'm just going to use one here. Pick up the needle. Where's the eye? I always get the wrong end of the needle. I always try to thread the point of the needle. I can get it threaded here. That needle. is bothering me. Let me get my needles here. This needle, this came from Ruth Lamb. She says, use it, Meri. Don't hoard it. Use it. So here it is. I've got a threaded needle there, but I don't think there's enough thread on it. Hold on, I'm threading my needle. I know I should have had this all ready to go, but I don't work like that. There we go. I'm never all ready to go. And then she goes about 1/4 of an inch in on each side. So we're just going to do one here. 1/4 of an inch in. And she takes a little back stitch. I'm talking, she is K3N at Cloth Tails, K3N Cloth Tails. Let me go in here. Take a little stitch. Yeah. Thread even here. And I would zoom in, but I'm not going to be working on this a long time. And she just takes a little back stitch because she's going to be stitching these blocks together. So you really don't need a big knot. She just takes a little back stitch. And then she does about 1/4 inch on each side of that diagonal line. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Trying to keep it straight. Now let's just pull this one out. It shouldn't take too long. It's always harder to do underneath of the camera with bad light. And I have bad light out at my recliner too. I'm going to look at getting a brighter light bulb out where I sit out in the living room. It's so dark out there. And I take several stitches on my needle. She only does one at a time. And this thread is not the best thread, but it'll do, pig. It's kind of got some threads in it from being poked around on Penelope, I think. Come on, Meri. Don't drop it now. And then you get to the end. Take one more stitch here. Pull it through. And then you hop across that line. About another 1/4 inch. And do the other side of the line. I'll be sitting out on my recliner. I think I'm a little bit. I'll be sitting out in my recliner, either tatting or napping or sewing these quilt pieces together. I tend to turn my needle and I get a crooked line. I need to try to keep my needle in a straight line. That's something I'm working on. I think I needed to take a back stitch there. I'm going to go back and, hold on. I don't want to take my stitches out. I'm just going to back stitch here. Just like you would with a sewing machine when you take a few stitches and then do a back stitch, and it just strengthens the, it makes the thread stay in when you do that little back stitch. And I usually, when I start out, I usually tie a knot. I'm going to take these pins out now. I don't need them. I'll give them back to Penelope. I'm just about done here. And I got threads coming off of the square. Okay. Let's go back to where I was. Trying to stay approximately a 1/4 inch away from my pencil mark between the diagonal, between the 2 points, the diagonal mark. Try to keep your fabric straight. Don't pull your thread too tight or it'll bend your fabric. Can't see it here. Got a few more stitches. Take a back stitch or two and cut my thread. Then I'm about done. Then what you do is you cut along that pencil mark that you made. So let's do that. And then you open up the seams. Open up the sides. Open up the seams. Come on, little seams. And I'm going to put a spritz of water on my desk. Dip my finger in it. I found this really works for me. Of course, the fabric has to dry, but it's better than my spit. And then you cut off the dog ears. You should really cut those before you open them up. Let's cut the dog ears off here. Maybe you do leave them open. Hold on, let me figure this out. Guess you could do it either way. Mine are so tiny and they're black and I can't see where I'm going. But you snip off the dog ears. And then you have a square. And then on the other side you have another one. I think she cut these off here before she wet it down. And then open up the seams. I'm not a quilter. This is a probably old hat to quilters. Probably one of the first things they learned. And of course, here's Meri at age 73. Oh, this is fun. How come I've never done this before? I must have stitched a very narrow seam there. Come on, open up. Put it right on the fabric. It'll dry. I just want it to press open. And there we go. Now after you do 16 of these, because I got wet on my desk. After you do 16 of these, then you can play with them however you want to arrange them. Now I'll have a 4x7. So I'm not going for anything fancy dancy. I'll be lucky if I get decent triangles. She made a star out of hers. She made 4 patch, I think, and then arranged the 4 patches. But I might play with mine and, you know, see what I get. So I'm going to either this afternoon or maybe over the weekend be doing these patches. And I'll do, let's see, for a 4x7 I'll need, well, it's 7, so it's not going to be even on my page. A 4x7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 7. Something like this. So I know I can get 6. What did I do with the other one already? Well, these won't be 4. By the time I get done, they'll be 1 inch. Because I'm thinking these are 2 inch, but by the time I take a 1/2 inch off of, or a 1/4 inch off of each side of these sides, they'll be much smaller. So I think I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'll need 28 of them. 4 times 7, 28 of them. And I've got 26 so I might need to make a couple more squares, cut a couple more squares, if I want to cover the whole piece, which I probably will. Because these will turn into 1 inch squares by the time I take everything down. She said make it a whole inch smaller than your original. My original was 2 inches, So these will end up being an inch. I can't quite figure it out why, because I'm taking a fourth off of each side. There would be a half on each side, which would leave me 1.5 inch. There must be magic to it. I'll just work until I'll make all these first and put all the strips together and see if I need more. That's what I'll do. But I don't have any more of this. So I might have to just work with what I have, which is okay too. I might have to piece some of these together. We'll keep them all. All right. These are going out in the other room. Done with that for today. What time is it? 8:30. I only have a half an hour to work on my prompt cards, which is okay because I got tomorrow morning. Let's get them out. These are what I'm working on. And I finished coloring in the kitties, and then I think I'll do the I think I'll do the stitches, and that would probably take me a half an hour. Let me come out and look at chat because I want to. Hold on a sec. No. Let me get my black pen. Let's see, I think I'll make the stitches blue again. I think I used that dark blue. I think it was this. Or I need my black. Did I put the black back in there or did I keep it out here? Here's a black, but I don't think that's the one I want. Here's that's gray. No, that's purple. Why is it always so hard for me to find the things I want? Because they just make the tiny little caps on here. White. I'm looking for, I wanted that dark blue, and I don't think that other is the dark blue. Let me get my swatch card out. And of course it's hiding from me over here. Come out. That bird cluster. That's the lighter blue. Where's the dark? This is it. Yes. All right. So, let's finish the cat first. Just got 3 of them here to finish. Just kind of. And here's my first set of them. If you guys didn't see these, they need to be cut apart. I used the Tim Holtz watercolor pencil on the back here. We're going to put prompts on there. And we got to cover the box yet. And then I think I'm going to do some stitch ones. Because, and I think on the front, I'm just going to use the stitch prompts, different stitches on the front of the cards. And I'll write the prompts first, so the prompt will be the stitch technique, and I'll do the technique on the front of the card. I think that's how I'll do it. But that's to come. We'll finish these first. Now I think this is awfully yellow. I don't have those sunflower tones that I had in here because I had acorns. But I might put some of that in here because I think it needs it. So I might do that before I do my stitches. And the way I'm going to do that is with this Tim Holtz watercolor stick. And I'm going to be varnishing these. We'll see how that works. I think I'm going to use this color. And we're just going to put a little bit of an orangey color in here. What I have on there. I think that from the acorn I have the, you can kind of see the caps of the acorn. That's kind of cool. I don't want a whole lot on here. So she keeps rubbing. Let's see. Let's put some spritzy on it. I've got to refill my water jug. And let's take a brush. And I don't know what I did with my towels. I think I threw them away. And this kind of has orange on it, which is okay. And we're just going to spread some of this orangey in here. Kind of brings out the acorns. Now I'm liking that. Now let's heat gun it. Let me plug my heat gun in. You guys see orange on there? My tablet is way behind. I might have to put more color on there if it doesn't show up. I don't think the orange is showing up too good for you guys. Let's put some more color in there. Maybe I should have used Georgia clay paint. Maybe this was the wrong thing to use. Let me get out my Georgia clay. Put these back. I think I used Georgia clay. I just need a couple drops of it. Red. Red, where's my Georgia clay? Where's my Georgia clay? That's reds. Hold on, I'm looking for my Georgia clay. One more spin of the wheel here. I'm going to use my finger. No, let's see, Mary, you had that wax paper. What did you do with it? I threw it and it blew away. Now I'll use my finger. Oh, the water jug. I might have to go over those kitties again, but I'm going to be doing the moons anyway, so. Now you see it. Let's put some on the sides here. My water jug's going to get messy. There, I think that's good for me. Just needed a little. Let's take this little dab and spread it in my book. Hold the phone. My book. My book, my book, my book. Where shall we spread it? I think I want to put it on here. That's good. Don't want to waste it. Every little dab of paint helps. Put that behind me. Let me plug in my heat gun. Gotta watch my time. It's, what, 9:40? Bangs are my eyes. 9:41. I got about 20 minutes. Let's put my Georgia clay away. Heat gun alert. That's good. Now, I want to do the stitch, but the thing is, Beth sent me a picture that looks different than what I've seen out there. The stitch is called crow's feet stitch. Let's look that up on the internet. CROWSFEET space STITCH. So they show it as being kind of satin type triangles, lines moving to the next corner. Let's do some images here. See, they show it like that. And they fill it in. Now, see, Beth sent me more like this crow's feet stitch, which looks like almost like a feather stitch. Almost like a feather stitch. Here's a crochet crow's feet. Here they look like little triangles. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not sure. I might have to do a couple. On here. Let's get my blue out. So that's what Beth sent me. Just looked like this. And, you know, that's okay. It might be a little closer together, you know, something like that. That would work. What I'm seeing from them is stuff like this. And maybe, you know, something like that. This one would take longer. So this might be what I'll do. I'm not sure. Do I want to go down or do I want to go on each one? Let's just start here. Now I could go back the other way. I'm not sure they would do that. But I could come back this way. I'm kind of liking that. Just go back and forth. And there'll be, the moon will go on here too. I got to keep track of my time. So I may not get all of this done today. We'll work on this tomorrow morning. It's 8:46. I still have time here. I don't want to cut into Lori's time. Now, one of the prompts was cheesecloth. And I think I'll do a wild card. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. We'll think of it when I get there. This almost looks like a knit in a way when you put these, which is nice for a stitch. Whoops. Well, got it going the wrong way. But who cares? Let's see what I do with those prompts. Piled stuff on them. Hold on. I don't wanna. Let's put my fabric down below. It's getting in my way. I'm looking for my prompt lists. They were here. That's it. Put these back up here for now. So black cat, wild card, stripes. I did do stripes on here. We did the black cat. Wild card. I guess my orangey is the wild card. I'm not sure. Quarter moon, we're going to do that. Strips of fabric. I haven't done that. The acorn, the sunflower we did on the other side. I'm doing the crow stitch. Cheesecloth. I might use this wild card. Sashiko I did on the other side. Friendship bracelet I did on the other side. Fabric paint I haven't done yet. So we might figure out how to do fabric. I'm not sure. Fabric paint. Or I may just ignore it. We'll see how far I get here. I'm going to continue on with these. This may be all I get done this morning. We'll see. I like to get a start on my moons. Let's turn around and go the other way. By the time you get all the prompts on here, the cards start taking shape. Sometimes when you're working on this stuff, you wonder if it's going to turn out. But in the end, it does. This does look like a knit, doesn't it? I'm kind of liking that. And I'm going over the acorns, but I'm not going over the kitties. And the moons will go on top of it. And we'll work on this tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Friday already. The weekend's right around the corner. I do like these paint pens. I like them a lot. Our air conditioner vents or the vents are singing to me this morning. I hear music. I hear music. It's the air moving through the vents, but it always makes a musical sound. No, looks like I need another row coming down this way. I'm going to move these over a little. Now these I'm doing horizontal. I don't have to do these horizontal. I can curve them like I did I might experiment with that. So let's play with doing a line, like a curvy line. So I'm going to start out here. I'm just going to kind of curve it. And see what happens here. I'm calling these crow's feet. I'm not watching chat for a few minutes. The last few minutes here, I want to work on this. I'll come out at the end and say goodbye to everybody. I hope that you have a good day. Today is Thursday. Did I say it was Friday? Today is Thursday. I don't remember if I called it Friday or not. I was up late last night reading my Francine Rivers book. I couldn't set it down. I read it some more this morning. I had to find out whether she graduated from nursing school or not. Of course, I knew she would, but the daughter and the mother had some differences. You know, they always do. I had differences with my mother. Let's see. I think I'll do some ups and downs. Sometimes I wanted to shake the mother. But when it came time to stick up for her, and she did, so I didn't shake her. But if you read the back of the book, where Francine talked about her motive in writing the novel and everything, she was exploring mother and daughter relationships and why sometimes, you know, they aren't always things in people's lives affect how they, what, did I do that wrong? Let's see, I wanted to go this way. I'm going to start curving it just a little here. Make them a little smaller. What time is it? 8:55. I got 5 minutes. I should probably quit after I get done with this area, and we'll finish the rest in the morning. Now this looks pretty stitched on here, but just wait till I get the other elements on there. This will kind of all fall into the background. We're going to stop here because I want to say goodbye to everybody. So what did I do this morning? I rested fabric, I worked in the journal, I cut triangles, and I worked on these prompt cards. We filled in the kitties, I put some of that orangey Georgia clay on here, and I started doing the crow's feet. We'll finish these up tomorrow probably. And I can't wait to do the stitch ones, because what I'm going to do is write the prompts first, and then I'm going to come back and do whatever the prompt is. So, and it's all going to be stitch. So if it's like, if the prompt is running stitch, I'll do running stitches on the card. Or I might, you know, I might do different directions and everything. If the stitch on here is blanket stitch, I'll do little, maybe Catherine's distorted blanket stitches. So we'll play with those. Becky says, have a great day. You too, Becky. Let me refresh chat. And come out and say goodbye to all of you. And wish you a happy Thursday. Thanks for sharing your Thursday morning with me. Jacqueline says, I'll see you all at Lori's. Paint Girly is next. Would somebody put in, is there a mod here? Is this Paint Girly? Oh, Jacqueline already did it. Scroll up and you'll see where Jacqueline put in a link to Paint Girly's channel. She's on next. That Rin is cold. Oh, the rain? Do you have rain, Becky? Becky is, in the next 48 hours, she said in chat, they've got to watch the weather. Becky's back from the post office. Dar says, welcome back, Beck. They're all saying goodbye. Bye, Dar. Let's see. Oh, Legia. Hi, Legia. Okay. Hi, Jacqueline. Legia says, I received the package, and boy, was my mind blown. The journals are all beautiful. Oh, Legia got some journals from Jacqueline. Up at the top, I pinned the link to Jacqueline's shop. She makes lovely paper. She's doing journals and rusty things, and so go out there and take a look-see. You get 10% off if you use the code Meri10. Bye, everybody. Have a great Thursday. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Bye.